everybody, I'm Jaika. Welcome back. This is a 20-minute class where we're just going to give some love to our hips and our spine. You don't need any props for this class unless you know that it's a bit of a struggle to sit in this kind of a position for any amount of time. Then grab yourself a little bolster or a pillow or a blanket to just shove under your seat. You don't even need a yoga mat for this class really, but if you have one, great. And yeah, let's get started. We're going to start today in a seated position, easy pose or crisscross applesauce, one shin in front of the other or on top of each other, whatever works for you. Bring your hands to your knees and sit up nice and tall. Close the eyes or just a soft gaze a couple feet in front of your legs. Pull a big breath in through both nostrils. And slowly release and relax. Let's do two more just like that. Just allowing the nervous system a little opportunity to settle in here. Full breath in through both nostrils. Full breath out. Slow and relaxed. One more time, all together. This time let's pull the shoulders up towards the ears with the inhale. And exhale, roll them down and back. All right, we're going to start with just kind of warming up the spine. So I want you to pull your right or your left armpit towards your left knee and then move the chest forward and right armpit towards right knee and then out and back. So just making some big circles with the spine. You can let your neck be kind of soft and just let it do whatever it wants to do. If you want to keep your chin in your chest the whole time, that's cool. If you want to look up to the sky, that's cool. Just big circles, kind of rocking back and forth and side to side on your hips, on your pelvis. And then pause at the center and just switch directions. Stir in the pot of soup that is you. This is one of the best places. Just stir the pot. Stir your own pot. See what happens. see what kind of stuff bubbles up. We're waking up the root chakra. Who knows what kind of issues you got hanging out down there. I'm just kidding. Kind of. Not really. Come back to center. Find stillness. We're going to go, if you were feeling that in your hips a little bit, that's great. If your back is feeling a little looser, also great. We're going to go a little deeper now into the hips. So option one is to kind of just bring one shin in front of the other. So I'm going to start with my right shin forward. If you can go right into a double pigeon and stack your shins on top of each other, that's cool, that's great. Wherever you're at, I want you to flex your toes towards the shins and press the outer edge of the feet down into the earth, and then press your knees down and away from each other. So even if you're up here, you're still flexing your feet, you're still pressing your knees down and away from each other. All right. And then fingertips come to frame the hips, press into them to make your spine even taller, like you're almost lifting your hips off the ground, and then point your butt back, like you're sticking your booty out behind you, and cast your heart forward, and then walk your hands out forward. And just shift side to side. Like some of you might not even get this far, and that's fine. A lot of us have stronger hips, let's say. By stronger, I mean tighter. Loosen that shit up. Just kidding. I'm feeling saucy. All right, maybe you can walk your hands out a little bit farther. Get some more space out of the spine, out of the hips. I know, like, who the hell starts a class with double pigeon, right? I do. Lean back, use supporting hands, switch the cross of your legs. So now either your left shin is out in front of you or in front of the right shin, or you're stacking that left shin on top of the right. So one foot under knee, one foot over knee. Wherever you're at, your feet are flexed. The outer edges pressed down, knees pressed down and away from each other as best as you can. It may not look like this. Don't worry about it. You're feeling it in your hips. I know you are. That's what we want here. Okay? So then once again, fingertips frame the hips, press down, lift your spine up tall, pull your butt out from underneath yourself a little bit, stick it out and back, and then cast your heart forward, walk your hands forward, shift a little bit side to side, breathing through the nose. Remember what it felt like when we started just a few minutes ago with big breaths in through the nose? Come back to that. Down-regulate the nervous system. Maybe extend the exhales a little bit. Maybe walk your hands out a little bit farther. Maybe you let your chin roll into your chest. Another full breath in and out. All right, your hips are probably screaming at me, so crawl yourself back up to a seat. Hands come behind you, feet come out in front of you. Bend your legs about 90 degrees, hands point whatever direction they want. Walk your feet out as wide as your mat. That's about 2 feet if you're not using a mat. Drop your knees to the left, center, drop them to the right. Just fluid nose breathing here. Nothing crazy. We were just kind of compressing the hip area, and now we're bringing a little bit of movement into that area to get some blood flowing in there again. All right, cross your shins, roll onto your hands and knees in a quadruped position. Okay, so your shoulders are stacking over your wrists, your fingertips are spreading nice and wide. You're clawing the mat with your fingertips and pressing down through your base knuckle mounds, like you have little suction cups with your hands. Then your inner elbows squeeze towards one another. And your triceps wrap back, your biceps wrap forward. Okay, this should really feel nice and stable in the shoulder area. And then bring your knees together right underneath your hips. We're going to step the right foot back, keep the toes tucked, shift back and forward just a time or two here. And then bend or lift the right leg from the inner thigh, bend the right knee, point the right toes, squeeze the heel in towards the glute, and we're going to take a few big circles. Really stay stable through the upper body here. Big circles with that right knee. Try to keep the left side body nice and stable too. Try to keep the core more or less engaged here. Pause and reverse directions. Still breathing nice and deep and fluid through the nose. And then land that right knee down. Step the left foot back, toes are tucked under, shift forward and back a few times. Check in with your hands in that grip. Are you still suction cupping your mat? Is the back of your neck long? I didn't really give you too many cues there. I'm trying to keep it simple. Now lift the left leg from the inner thigh. Bend the left knee. Point the left toes. Pull the heel in towards the hip. Big circles. Fluid nose breathing. Strong and steady torso. Right side of the body. Not moving too much here. Just trying to keep most of what's happening in the left hip. Even though your arms are probably talking to you a little bit. Pause at the center, switch directions. Big circles. Going the other way now. Feel your low ribs connecting to the hip points. This will kind of let you know you are using your core. Lower the left knee back down. Flip your grip, fingertips point towards the knees. Just shift back a little bit, lifting the base of the palm. Bring a little bit of a stretch through those hand muscles that we're working pretty hard there. All right, flip your grip. If you want to flip your hands upside down so the palms face up, and then curl your fingertips into fists just a few times. I think that feels pretty good. And then hands back down underneath your shoulders. This time we're going to step the left foot forward right outside the left thumb. Okay? And then left hand to left knee, right hand to left knee. Standing up in our kind of 90-90 lunge. So your front leg makes a 90-degree angle, your back leg makes a 90-degree angle. More or less, doesn't have to be too perfect here. But pull the feet towards one another, and this will kind of stabilize your pelvis. You'll feel your inner thighs gently pulling towards each other too. From here, I want you to bring your thumbs to your armpits, your hands just rest on your chest, and then twisting side to side. Try to keep both hip points forward, so we keep this twist happening in the spine, not in the pelvis. So pulling the feet towards one another will really help to keep the lower body stable. And moving at your own pace here. Keep going. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, elbows stay wide. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's bring both hands down inside the left foot. Untuck the right toes and maybe just wiggle the knee back a little bit, and then shift the hips back, lift the left toes. Come forward and back. Really fluid here again, nothing too rigid yet. Now pause, come back to your 90-90-ish position. Rotate your back knee so the right foot steps over to the left, okay? We're gonna come back up into our sort of low lunge position. Fingertips are gonna tickle the ears, and then we're gonna inhale, stand up nice and tall. Exhale, bring the right elbow towards the left ankle. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Right elbow towards left ankle. Maybe tap the ground. Inhale, come up. Exhale, twist down. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Other side. Left elbow down towards left ankle. Inhale up to center. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. You can untuck those back toes. I should have mentioned that. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, both hands come down. Re-extend your right leg behind you. Step the left foot back. Hands spread as wide as the shoulders. Claw through the fingertips. Tuck all your toes under. Glide the hips up and back. Do a little downward facing dog. Pedal out the heels, bending one leg and then the other. Squeeze the biceps towards one another. Reach the tips of your ears towards your thumbs. Scoop the low belly in. Stick your tailbone up and back. Press your hips as high as they can. Heels drive down. Toes lift, maybe knees magnetize to the hips. And then slowly lower your knees back down. Maybe in your tabletop position. Step the right foot outside the right hand this time. Adjust your pants. Glide the hips back, lift the right toes, stay on fingertips, and then inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Just bring a little bit of movement into the hips. Doesn't matter what it looks like. All good. All right, now pause in your lunge position. Right hand to right knee, left hand to right knee. Come on up to your low lunge in a 90-90 position. Left toes are tucked, your back toes are tucked this time. Root down through the front big toe, pinky toe, heel. Pull the feet towards one another. Feel your left glute pressing your left hip forward and your inner thighs magnetizing. Thumbs to armpits, hands to chest or fingers just forward. Elbows wide, twist. Fluid breathing through the nose. Lower body stays stable. Twisting through the spine. Mostly the thoracic spine. It's mostly your upper back. And that can get pretty sticky. So, yeah. Keep twisting. Side to side, Deep breathing, tall spine, tall head, long neck, core engaged, legs active, for 3, for 2, for 1. Come to center, and then rotate, actually bring your hands down inside your right foot, rotate on the back knee so the left foot steps maybe off the mat, and you can untuck those toes or keep them tucked, whatever feels okay for you, and then come right back up into your standing sort of lungy position. Fingertips tickle the ears. Take a big breath in, press down through your foundation. Exhale, left elbow taps the floor right inside the right ankle, or maybe you just tap that shin or that ankle or the calf. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, twist, tap. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist, tap. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist and tap. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist and tap. Inhale, back up to center. Other side. Exhale, right elbow inside, right ankle in a little tighter on this side. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, elbow down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, come back up. Release your hands to the mat. Pivot on your left knee. Bring your right knee back. Hands as wide as the shoulders. Toes tuck under. Glide up and back. Downward facing dog. Walk your feet in slightly if need be, or walk them out. Bend one knee and then the other. Drop the tips of your ears towards your thumbs. Really drive down through the thumbs and index fingers. And then both heels drive towards the earth. Pull the low belly in. Stretch your butt up and back. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then slowly, slower than you want to, lower your knees to the mat. Hover, 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 hover. Drop them both down. Untuck your toes. You can keep your knees together or widen your knees apart. Come into child's pose. And if your hips don't sink all the way to your heels, no worries. My friends, just keep your butt up in the air. Drop your forehead to the mat. Reach your arms out in front of you. Or you can even stack a couple fists. Rest your forehead on top. Full breath into the belly. And release and soften. One more like that. And really root down through your toes and pull your tailbone towards them. Wiggle, jiggle, wiggle, jiggle. Come up to tabletop. Come back to your cross-legged position. Now maybe let's just check in with our double pigeon, whatever that looked like for you. And notice if there might be a little bit more space. Wiggle your hips back, crawl yourself forward. Lean to the right, lean to the left a few times. Maybe you can fold a little deeper this time. We won't stay long though. Come back up nice and slow. Switch your leg position, opposite shin in front or opposite shin on top. Fingers out to the side, wiggle, jiggle, wiggle, jiggle. I really like to do a lot of wiggling to get myself into places. Whoa, what's that? All right, walk hands forward, lean to the right, lean to the left. Do you have any more space? Can you feel the openings that were created in just that short amount of time? Walk your hands a little further, maybe. Don't forget to engage your feet. Pull your hips back, bow your chest, drop your chin. Full breath in, full breath out. And then slowly come on back up. That's it. That's all, folks. I hope you're feeling looser. I hope you're feeling a little bit more alive, a little bit more chill. And yeah, I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Peace.